Hi everybody, thank you for joining us today. It's Lisa Travers from Alliance Corporation on the line, and I have with me Tom Ferris from Alliance and Danny from Siklu. Tom's going to do a quick introduction to Alliance and introduce Danny, and then we're going to hand things over to Danny from Siklu. Now Danny is in Israel, and I think his line sounds excellent, but just in case if there are any technical issues, that's what's going on. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, everybody. This is Tom Ferris, Director of Sales for Alliance's U.S. broadband team, located here in sunny and warm Wayne, New Jersey today. It's my pleasure to warm up the audience here today. I have the pleasure of working with Siklu now since their inception. It's been about 3 or 4 years now, and it's always great to work with somebody who kind of changes the game a bit, and Siklu has certainly done that in their short time in their climb as one of the industry leaders in the millimeter wave sector. I'm going to give you a couple slides on Alliance Communications. If any of you are not familiar with us, hopefully you'll have some good takeaways from today's session, and we can hopefully work with you in the future in providing Siklu and all the other products that we sell. So Alliance is let me see here, I'm trying to get my screens to move here. All right, Alliance is a broadband wireless value-added distributor. We have locations throughout the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Latin America. We've been around for over 20 years now, and we have over 175 people scattered around the world. We have an extensive selection of products in both the wireless and wireline industries. We have personalized and expert assistance from industry veterans. Most of us have been in the industry for quite a while. So when you give us a call or you reach out to us, you're going to get somebody who understands the technology and can take care of your issues in real time. We also make independent recommendations. You'll see we have some overlap in our product lines, so we try to be an honest broker. And we also provide pre- and post-sales technical support and as well as training for many of our product lines. Here's just some of the solutions this is how we break, This is how we break things down in the company. We provide wireless products, which are the active RF components, which is my responsibility here in the United States. These products include microwave, WiMAX, Wi-Fi-like products. We also have a division that serves the infrastructure community, and this is basically products that support all of the radio products on rooftops and towers. We also have a division that focuses on IDAS and ODAS technologies, both the active RF electronics as well as all the other support material in that sector. And in the last 3 years, we started up a fiber division. Our fiber division grew out of the use of fiber optic cable extensively now in the cellular construction business. So right now we provide a variety of different fiber services. And then lastly, as a distributor and a logistics provider, we can provide a variety of supply chain services to our customers. Currently, we serve many of the general contractors that support Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile and nationwide build-outs. We provide logistics centers around the country, in and out logistics, pickup locations, etc. On the technical services side of our company, we provide a couple of value-added services that could be of value to you. The first is microwave path licensing. So in the United States and in Canada, we actually provide licensing services for all of the different microwave products that we sell. We can also assist you in network design, radio path surveys, and we can pre-configure radios in our facilities prior to shipping them out. We also do site kitting, so if you have a large list of products that you need to purchase and you need to get aggregated for a specific site, we can kit that material for you at one of our facilities before shipping it out. We also do custom fiber terminations, so any type of fiber, whether it be direct burial, aerial, or any kind of data communication fiber optic products, we do custom terminations. We have 2 clean rooms, one in Mexico and one in Canada, where we do all of our own work. We also do tower design, and we sell a variety of different towers and steel products. And we provide Tier 1 and 2 technical support and RMA support for many of our manufacturers. With regards to the products, on the broadband side of our business, you'll see a bunch of logos up here. I represent a variety of different companies from for backhaul, point-to-point, point-to-multipoint, licensed and unlicensed, mesh, outdoor Wi-Fi, WiMAX, towers, and also a large selection of AC, DC, UPS, and solar products. These are some of the best names in the business. These are folks that we've worked with for many years. We have experience with all of these different products, and we maintain inventory on all these products as well. On the infrastructure side of our business, you'll see a lot of familiar names up here. Companies like RFS, Draka, Solid Technologies, Times Microwave, Valmont, Enritsu, Bird, Alpha. These are all the products that make up our Infrastructure Solutions Group, which provides products that support the installations of both cellular and broadband radio systems on rooftops, towers, or any types of structures. And with that, I'll just leave you with a couple of links here. Lisa will be following up the presentation today with an email. If you can't stay with us for the entire duration, we will have these presentations posted up on our YouTube site. And check us out on Facebook, check us out on Twitter, and check us out on LinkedIn. Appreciate you sticking with us today, and look forward to an interesting show. I'll turn it over to Danny.
Thank you, Tom. So, welcome everybody. Thanks Lisa, and thank you again Tom for the introduction and for the time given to Siklu to present its products. My name is Danny Ben Simchon. I'm a product marketing manager for Siklu, and as mentioned before, we are located in Tel Aviv, Israel, and we are an R&D and manufacturing company for millimeter wave, point-to-point wireless gear. Talking about millimeter wave, just want, does the screen of the WebEx is shown, or is it clear? Sorry for the interrupt.
Great. Looks great, Danny. Thanks.
Okay, sorry for that. So millimeter waves are 17 gigahertz of spectrum above the well-known microwave and sub-6 gigahertz bands. And as we can see, those bands are continuous, and because of the very small wavelengths, they enjoy narrow beams that enable massive frequency reuse. All over the world, the frequency licensing is very simple, and the technology enables predictable performance. We will see some insights about those topics in this presentation while covering Siklu products. So a few words about Siklu. We say that we took a millimeter and made it huge. Our silicon radio started a revolution and opened a market. Before Siklu joined the technology of millimeter wave, it was like an Antarctica. No one could afford to do it, and it was simply too expensive to deploy. And Siklu noticed this technology as a future-proof technology at early days of when the iPhone was launched in 2008, and that's the time when the company was founded. And the founders were looking for technology and spectrum that will be able to accommodate the huge amount of data that was predicted for a smartphone. iPhone was the first smartphone. So they looked at the spectrum, and they found a millimeter wave, and were looking for a technology to enable it and make it affordable both for mobile operators and for wireless ISPs and other applications that were emerging with the need for higher and higher capacities. So this is what a leading research firm wrote about Siklu, that we entered the market with the product in 2012. Actually, it was 2011. But since 2012, because of our innovation and technology, we are the market leader in terms of number of deployed units. That's year after year since 2012. And here we can see the numbers of links deployed worldwide. And we took that technology, made it very small, very low cost, and added to it carrier-grade capabilities and resiliency. So the technology is used both for business and residential broadband connectivity, wireless CCTV, Wi-Fi, fiber extension, mobile backhaul, and small cells deployments. And in terms of some track record, we are deployed with Tier 1 operators both in Europe and Asia. And we won also a major contract with a leading North American operator that we cannot disclose currently, but it's currently being deployed. And we have many patents being filled every year, and we are backed by strategic blue chip investors. In terms of the timeline, our silicon innovation started or was launched in 2010. This is our chip that actually generates the frequency directly to the antenna. This is the base of our innovation. Instead of using many components that reduce the reliability of any radio, our radio is based on a silicon chip that transmits the whole frequency band, all 17 gigahertz that we talked before, directly to the antenna, reduces the size and make the resiliency and the way the system works much more higher than any other system on the market. In 2011, the first product was launched with an amazing price of about $3,000. At those days, E-band link was sold at about $25,000 to $30,000. So this helped us to capture the market very fast. And after that, we went and won operators throughout Russia, Southeast, and Europe. And 2014, we launched our 60 gigahertz solution, which up to date is the smallest and the leading product in the market. And this year, later this year, we are going to launch a 2 gigabit solution, which will be look the same as our previous product. We are using the same box, but putting inside new technology. Some overview of our leading customers, and you can see here customers from all over the world, both in the US, Europe, Southeast Asia, Australia, Japan, and many other places, when Siklu is taking the lead with this technology. And some overview of our product line, starting with the EH600. This is a TDD radio operating at the 60 gigahertz band, optimized for street-level backhauling. And this radio is currently, as I said before, the leading product in the world, both in its capacity and carrier class capabilities, and of course size and power consumption. The products that were first shipped and introduced were the 1200 series operating at the 7080 gigahertz, also known as the E-band. And we are the only vendor that has both TDD and FDD version of those products. We have carrier grade variant of those products called 1200 and 1200F, TDD and FDD respectively, and 1200 TL and 1200 FX that are ideal for business connectivity and all other which are not demanding some capabilities carrier are looking for. In terms of capacity, yes, we deliver gigabit speed. We are talking about thousands of megabits per link, not tens. But with the affordable and the small size of our system, we are truly comparable to what you can deliver with fiber. it's not only small, but it's the easiest gigabit wireless radio that you can deploy. It's all our solution, our single box solution. All of them have integrated switch, so you don't need external boxes if you want to cascade or connect multiple customers or sources. You have the whole spectrum in each of the units, so you don't need the separate part numbers for each type of part of the frequency band. Millimeter wave operates in relatively low modulation, so the reliability is very high. And as I said, the channels, each system from Siklu support the whole band of its relative band, which is E-band or V-band, according to the type of product. In terms of interference, millimeter wave brings new type of resiliency with interference-free operation based on its pencil beams, which are very narrow. We'll see some examples. That enables multiple link deployment in close proximity with no effect, and this also helps for the performance and reliability. So when we are talking about vast spectrum, you can always find an optimal capacity without overlapping channel. You all probably know the problem with microwave and sub-6 gigahertz products, that the spectrum is not continuous, and when you want to expand a channel for a high capacity, you probably go to a place when you have to reduce or change the frequency of a nearby system. It's not the same for millimeter wave. When you have so much spectrum, 17 gigahertz of spectrum, you can deploy many parallel frequency channels without overlapping. And all this is based on standards. It's very clear. It doesn't matter if you use Siklu or other vendor. You can put them all together in parallel, and everything will work smoothly. What helps also is the beam width, and we have here some comparison between 5 gigahertz typical beam width and 60 gigahertz beam width from Siklu, and you can see that based on that, with 60 gigahertz you can get to about 4 times utilization of the same frequency in the same given area for about 500 meters or third mile link length inside the city. In 70-80, that goes even higher because the beams are even narrower, and you can get to 12 and even more. Another thing, for those of you technical guys, you probably know the Fresnel clearance zone requirement that every wireless system needs. And thanks to the very small millimeter waves, our Fresnel zone is very small, and that eliminates or reduces the chances of interference, and that keeps the links much more stable than any other frequency out there in the city. Talking about proximity between links and still delivering faster and reliable service, we can see here sample from one of our customers in the UK called AQL, which is an ISP, a leading ISP. This 50-foot tall building or tower on top of a building was recently installed, and it is planned to deploy 60 Siklu links. So no other technology can enable such dense installation in a relatively short tower without interference. And here again, each of those links can deliver a full gigabit capacity without any interference, and you can see in the picture how close they are each to the other. Talking about the size of the systems, you can see here the real size from the 600, which is with his palm size, which is the smallest in the industry, and the 31 centimeter, 1 feet antenna version of the 1200. We also have with 60 centimeters. Again, those are the smallest radios and the lightest that you can find on the market. After we took care of the size and the technical capabilities, we are talking about reliabilities. With a very high MTBF, and actually Siklu's proven MTBF is above 8 years, which is quite a record. And this is based on the thousands of links that we already deployed and the percentage of units that came back for RMA. So with such number of MTBF and reliability, you can maintain high availability and lower your maintenance cost significantly. This is what one of the reasons why our customers are coming back and buying more and more links. We say you can deploy the system and forget it, just like those old sun clock. It will tick forever. One of the applications that Siklu is very appealing for is security. And we say that it always begins with great connectivity. Real-time wireless streaming is enabled with record 3rd millisecond of latency per link, which is not comparable with any 5 gigahertz system that is currently used. Since our system have integrated switch and carrier grade capabilities, you can do cascading and meshing with no issues. And remember the number of frequencies and channels and the interference-free operation, you get a perfect solution for any dense area with a very high capacity. We say that our solution are the next generation for street-level networking. We can see here deployment from the UK, where 2 60 gigahertz links are being deployed in cascade mode. And you can see that it's hardly noticed with, thanks to its very small size, and still those links deliver 1 gigabit of service. Another installation from Russia. We are the leading backward solution in millimeter wave in Russia. All of the operators in Russia are utilizing our links, although the tough conditions of heavy snow and tough weather in Russia, the systems are operating smoothly also there. So gathering all the benefits of millimeter wave for the security market, we bring much more spectrum, much more capacity, track record of reliability, very small footprint, and very low latency. And this is comparing to the current sub-6 gigahertz solution. And with both our products, the 1200 series and the 600 series, you can build a citywide network, just like our customers are already doing, by utilizing the 600 for the street level and the 1200 for rooftops and building facades. We can see some examples. In these examples, what's also important is the benefit for millimeter wave. We all know that delivering RF signal above water could be tricky. And this is related again to the wavelength of the frequency that you are using. And with millimeter wave, because it is very small wavelength, the height of the mast or the tower that you have to hang the antenna can be relatively low or small comparing to any other technology used for wireless connectivity. So here the Japanese, which took our system to very tough test, finally decided that this is the optimal solution for those areas when they needed, from one hand, to protect the people visiting there, and from the other hand, they wanted a minimal footprint so it won't be observed. Here we can see connectivity between City Hall and Police Department gathering, just like in the previous diagram, the whole city traffic of video surveillance camera. This is from the States. Another project from the UK provided a security solution for the city of Newcastle. And this is what the head of pre-sale for UK Broadband, which is the integrator for this project, wrote about Siklu, that we are swiftly overtaking the 5 GHz radio as the preferred solution for sub 2 kilometers. And this is the perfect solution for any city. Here we go. When you go to a city and you need to deploy a high capacity, we all agree that fiber is the best solution. And we think also that if you have fiber, you don't need Siklu. But we are here only for the places when you are not sure if digging a fiber will bring you to the customer at a competitive time and will help you gain that customer. And we say that you can be faster and more competitive to expand your fiber footprint with lower chances of losing the investment. So we can see here an example of installation in New York City. Again, the system can operate in any weather and deliver a smooth solution of gigabit connectivity in every dense city. Again, Siklu Links is the optimal solution for fiber footprint expansion, and we can see here an example of expanding the footprint for any ISP with a relaxed investment. And you know, when you go to a new building, you are not sure if the trenching toward that building will bring back the investment. So you can start with a millimeter wave. It will deliver 1 gigabit, so you don't have any capacity issues. And after a few months or a year or two, when you see that the building is really exceeding that capacity, then it was the effort to dig and bring fiber. And you can still take the microwave or the Siklu link and connect a new building. So this is a very conservative and relaxed approach, and many of our customers are leveraging it because the system is very small and very easy to install and then deinstall and move to another place. We can see another example from the UK, going from the fiber box and extending the footprint with our solution. And now when we talk about Wi-Fi, and public Wi-Fi, outdoor Wi-Fi is becoming very popular, you need to bring your Wi-Fi to the street. And yes, in the early days of Wi-Fi, outdoor regionals and city council used the same frequency both for backhauling and for delivering access. But this is not scaling, and very fast they are coming to a conclusion that they cannot deliver the capacity their customers and visitors are asking for. So just like this city council in Baltimore, in Maryland, decided they are combining Rokus access point, which is delivering the Wi-Fi access. But for backhauling, they are using Siklu, because Siklu can deliver gigabit of capacity without taking any capacity in the spectrum from the Wi-Fi. So you have two separate technologies. Each one is the best in class. And by the way, this is why Rokus decided to add Siklu as the only backhaul partner. If you go to Rokus website, you will see Siklu is the only partner in terms of wireless access that they ever had. Another great event that Siklu came and gave a solution was the Tour de France. I don't know if any of you are aware that the Tour de France, although it's called France, starts every year in the UK, And this year or last year it started at Leeds, and it's the third largest sporting event. Many people were coming to see this event, more than 2,000 journalists, and the Virgin Media business was chosen to deliver a public Wi-Fi to this event. So what they did, about 10 weeks ahead of the event, they bought gear for a variety of vendors and deployed a sample network in the city, excuse me, and they put it together with weather station to see what will be the reaction of those systems to the weather during those 10 weeks, and see how it affects the planning numbers, if they are the same as the actual numbers during those 10 weeks. And finally, Happy Siklu was chosen after those 10 weeks, and we were chosen to deliver the capacity for this event. And this is the network design from the fiber pop throughout to the place when the city hall and the place where the Tour de France was launched, serving about 45,000 spectators that visited, including Princess Kate Middleton, that you probably all know. And that picture was taken during that launch event, and we monitored the traffic in our system. This is actually a graph taken from Siklu GUI that shows what happened during the event. All the people, you can see them with their hands up, and what's up in their hand? That's their smartphone. They are taking pictures and sending them in real time. So the network was very
loaded, and still Siklu links deliver the whole capacity. And although those 45,000 spectators came to the event and used that network, they didn't even reach the gigabit capacity per minute of Siklu, and we were able to deliver. And after that, Virgin Media, just like others, were convinced to move and go ahead with Siklu, and they are deploying us currently also. Other customers, I don't know if any of you know Vivint. It's a large operator in the US. So they are connecting also data centers with our links. And here we have a chance to see the 2-foot antenna from Siklu, the 60 centimeter, operating on the same small ODU that we saw before. We have projects also in Scotland, connecting campus. So you can see here a small diagram which shows that the EH1200 is an ideal solution for rooftop connectivity. And here we have some testimonials from a UK-based guy called Andrew, who used our system for security networks. And I don't need to read what's written here, but basically he says we are the easiest backhaul radio that he ever used. And to do an alignment, he broke here a myth. To do an alignment of 3 kilometers in 10 minutes, it's really a track record. And another guy from the US called Brent, working for Rainbow Broadband. And also the small footprint of Siklu radio and the lightweight make his life easier. We're really happy. Actually, this link was installed a few weeks ago. This picture was taken a few weeks ago. And here, Rainbow used the same model that I mentioned before. This radio is about 4 years old and still working without any problem. And they took it from one building that already has fiber and connected to a new building to relax their business model. We have here some more testimonials. One of the important ones is this one, that the link withstood Hurricane Sandy without dropping a packet. One of the benefits of millimeter wave is the ability to do calculation in fall and to see in advance what will be the operation throughout the year. Just like operators are asking and demanding, and we deliver.
And how we do that, we have a link budget calculator, and this is what most of our customers are using. It's free, it's online in the internet, you can always use it. And this will give you the exact numbers of what will be the capacity throughout the year in any place all over the world. So we have here some screenshots from the link budget calculator. You can choose the area where you want to deploy according to the Latin loan or the name of the city. You can choose the distance, and then you get the capacity and the availability of the link throughout the years. It's a very easy, very intuitive. Anyone can do that. This ends my presentation, and I want to thank again to Alliance, Lisa and Tom, and I'm here for you to hear some questions if there are.
Thanks, Danny. I don't actually have any questions. If anyone does want to submit a question right now, you can. We did have a few questions that people asked when they registered, but I think you covered all of those. Does anyone want to submit a question? You can just submit it through the panel there. It was an excellent presentation. I really enjoyed the examples at the end. That was quite a lot. It was great.
So, folks, again, thanks for coming on board. Just a couple closing words. You know, I've worked with many manufacturers over the years. I've been in the wireless industry for probably over 15 years right now. And you know, like I said earlier in my opening, Siklu is a game changer. If you all remember the old days of millimeter wave radio, very heavy equipment, very high capacity equipment. You needed 3.5-inch minimally diameter pipes to mount this stuff on, and it was probably a 2 to 4 man job on each rooftop. Basically, Siklu was the game changer. They decreased the cost. They made these products lightweight and easy to install. They went completely to power over Ethernet. So we got rid of any bulky power supplies. They're giving you the highest capacity in the industry, and with other features like VLANs and adaptive modulation and other things, we're protecting the integrity of your data across your bridges. So a great product. We're pleased and fortunate to have this product in our bag. We've shipped several hundreds of these in the last 2 to 3 years, and we're looking forward to serving the folks on the call today. So again, thank you very much, and you should be getting a follow-up from us shortly.
Thank you, everybody, for attending.
I
have one quick question here. Sorry, Danny. One question. Is the connection fiber or Cat5, and what is the operating temperature range?
Okay. So the first question, yes, we have also fiber ports on our 1200 series. The 7080 gigahertz version has also fiber. In terms of the operating temperature, it is between minus 45 to plus 55, so it's quite a wide range of temperature. And as I said before, we are widely deployed both in Australia, Israel, and Russia. So all the places with the tough conditions are there.
That's great.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the only question we have. So go ahead.
Lisa, can I add one more thing? Because Tom brought something to my mind in terms of the installation, of the ease of the installation. During our first trial with the EH600, we realized that in street level, the people who install the systems are not telco guys. Usually those are people who work for the municipality. They are electricians. They are not wireless engineers. So we designed the system so it will be able to be installed by a man who is equipped only with the voltmeter. All you need is a voltmeter, and you put the system on the pole, you do the alignment, you do restart to the system, and it's up and running, delivering 1 gigabit. This is another benefit why operators and other verticals are leveraging our system. Again, that came from our experience while trialing the system. The trials went for more than a year with leading operators both in the US and Europe. And so it's out of the box, you install, you do the alignment with voltmeter, restart, and you're up and running. On top of that, we have a very friendly graphical user interface and CLI that everyone can log in and add VLANs and quality of service and stuff like that. So basically, we did every effort to make the system as friendly as possible. Thank you.
Thanks again, Danny. Okay, Lisa, you want to wrap it up?
Sorry, I do have a couple more questions. One of them I'm going to take offline, but
okay.
The other one I was hoping he could answer. The question is, we have a distributed antenna system application connecting remote units to head-end fiber. Optical link budget is 3 dB. Can Siklu replace fiber in this application?
What is the length of the link that we are talking about?
You know what? Maybe we should take this one offline too. That's
okay.
Probably easier, yeah. Okay, thank you again, Danny, and thank you, Tom. And everybody out there, if you would like a copy of the presentation, send me an email. I will be doing a follow-up with a link to the video where we recorded this, and just look for that in your email in the next couple of days.